And hopefully that's going to prompt a discussion, because after that, what we're going to do is we're going to bring people up so you can either post your question or comment in the chat. Nella can try to queue you up. And we're going to open the floor until the end, and we're going to hear your stories. Can be anything about love, heartbreak. Maybe you're in love. Maybe you've never found love. Maybe you don't like love. Maybe you agree with Gift. Maybe you agree with me. But I think that the word love gets rarely examined closely. And it sounds simple, but it becomes less and less clear the more you try to define it. Not because it's abstract, but because it sits between choice, need, behavior, and expectation. And one way to understand love is that it shouldn't depend on reasons. If it does, it becomes unstable. If someone is loved for what they provide or who they are at a point in time, well, what happens when that changes? Another way to look at it is through the conditions it exists in. Relationships are not neutral. Needs are present, financial, emotional, structural, and all of those needs shape behavior in ways that are difficult to separate from genuine preference. So the question shifts, well, for me at least it does, because if someone is with you, what does that mean? Are they choosing you, or are they responding to what you provide? Or are those two things inseparable? And at the same time, if love is completely unconditional, then what role do actions and change actually play? This creates the tension. If love is conditional, it risks becoming transactional. And if it is unconditional, it risks ignoring reality. Conflict doesn't usually sit at the surface. It sits underneath. Am I valued beyond what I provide? Am I secure? Am I being chosen? When those are unclear, everything else carries more weight. So tonight is not about defining love perfectly. It's about asking clearly, what does your love depend on? What should it survive? And what should change it? Gift and I are going to talk through for the next 20 minutes. We're going to talk about some things that we may not agree on, and we're going to put a timer on to explore the tension. And after that, we'll open the floor. We've got about 3 hours. There's a lot of people here I want to hear from. And so we'll keep it moving. And if you come up, you'll have around 5 minutes to ask a question, share a perspective, tell a story, and then Gift and I will respond. If you're not coming up, but you still want to be part, drop your thoughts or questions in the chat. And that's where we'll take this. Welcome to Salad Live. All right, Gift, welcome.
Yeah. Hi, good morning, everyone. Good morning from Yes Salad. Okay, you said I helped you through the book, what you just said about love and if it was transactional or the other way around. Then I feel like love is actually transactional. And we spoke about entitlement and what was the other word you mentioned? I can't really remember, but I know you.
Yeah, so I was looking at it through financial, emotional, and structural. So those are the needs that I looked at. So whether people need money, whether they need you emotionally, and maybe structurally, maybe there's something about the way that you run your life. Maybe it's a house to live in. Maybe it's something to do with needs, if that's what you mean.
Yeah, so yes, and that was what you said. And your thought was that if they do not need you, they will not choose you. That was what you said. And the other way, you said, I told you that the entitlement thing is a very big thing in relationship. And like, you don't find love, like, I don't like to want to love, or I don't want to be in love. And everybody's like, why do you want to be in love? Love is a beautiful thing. Do you know how many beautiful things that are dead? Do you know how many beautiful things of how it started so beautiful with so much good energy and it didn't work out very well? You gave me a book to read, and I made a lot of references towards the book, and ways to make marriage work, make relationship work, and everything. You will find out that this love is very difficult to keep, because these values, these 7 principles that keeps love going, not everyone can actually put these things in their marriages or their relationship. because the book spoke about love map, which is from the first principle. We spoke about love map, which enhances your love map, like knowing about your partner's worries, stress, and stuff like that. Many of us do not even know when our partner is happy. Many of us do not even know if our partner, like when they are worried, they don't know about the updates, what they do, their life, their daily lives. If you go somewhere, there are things that might happen, and you will be surprised. How can you be in a relationship with someone or married to someone for like more than 5 years, and has to speak in a public space, and your husband or your wife says something and you are in shock of like, wow, did she just say that? No, it means you are not familiar with that, your wife. You're supposed to know your partner to an extent, but it's impossible. You understand? Okay, now let's put love in one side. Everyone is like, gift, you need to be in love. Gift, you need to be in love. What is in that love? Many people have sacrifices so much in love, and they got broken. Now, this book spoke more about divorces. Why are we keen on divorce? Divorce is something that is a separation between two married couples, right? So why would they separate if they are really in love? I thought love has patience, love has long suffering. And you guys dated for a very long time. I don't think you just met someone today and you get married to her the next day. So why are you guys separating if you guys are deeply in love? So what is there that you cannot hold onto yourself? Someone you said in sickness and in health, in health, I be rich and in poor, and you guys start dating. And you as a man or as a woman, if you love your partner, why do you have to abuse your partner? If you love somebody, then why don't you listen to what this person say? Oh, you are doing something and it's wrong. You see, this love thing, I don't know if it might make sense to some people, but to me, it does not make any sense, to be honest, because they are like, don't mind gifts. He needs to heal. He hasn't healed yet. There is a difference between someone has healed and someone being cautious about something. Okay, for example, you go through this road one day and you got robbed. I don't think you go through that road again. You have to go through another road because you don't want to get robbed. Now, the only thing that will make you to go to that road and pass through that place is when you hear, this thing have changed, oh, they put security there. Who put security inside love? That if you are doing love now, if you break up with your partner, have issue with you and break up with you after investing on them, that police will arrest them. If it is like that, then we will be in love. So that's what we are doing the love. Once we give you our energy and you do something, then we are going to pursue you. Go carry police to go and arrest you. So the amount of divorce, the failed promises, the failed dreams. Some people get married, maybe being a doctor and being something, and they got married, and because of love, it diminishes your goals. Sometimes getting married to someone that says you don't have to work and I need to be a housewife. What kind of love is that kills your dream? So there are a lot of disadvantages. There are a lot of things that makes love not to be nice at all. Okay, I believe most of you feel like, oh, I will not give up in love until you die. Have you seen people that have heart disease? Do you know love have given people a lot of heart disease? Some people have anxiety problems. Some of them, any little thing now, they cannot even breathe well, or because somebody broke their heart. It's not a good thing to just like, you see, there's no, I'm saying this thing, there is love at old age. There's no love in young age. There's no single love in this. Our love nowadays is, the ladies is what they can get, what they can achieve from you, what they can achieve for you. If your love has a reason, then you are not in love. There's a love should not have reasons. But now all the love we are seeing today have reasons. Everybody, all the love have reasons. Maybe because he's tall and he has muscles. So what happens if he falls sick and they do some, let me say it was diagnosed with a kind of ill health that I've been at ailment in English now. I don't know how the English today. When then he starts reducing his body, he starts losing all his muscles. Now you don't see those reasons again. You will fall out of love and say, oh, I don't love you anymore because I'm not seeing that thing. What if he goes broke? What if he goes broke? What about maybe you are depending on the woman that she goes broke and she cannot be able to give you that thing, that money you want, that vacation, that life? Won't you fall out of love and say, oh, I don't want to be, I'm not interested again. You cannot take care of me. So what about those love that we're discussing before? Is love supposed to die? I think love is not supposed to die. Thank you, my quest, basking in grace. Love is not supposed to die. How can love just wake up and die? Some people will just wake up and say, "Oh, I'm falling out of love. I beg. I don't." Because you ask some women, "Why did you break up?" You like, "I beg. I'm falling out of love. I don't love him anymore. There are things that I'm seeing that I cannot cope with." Then why did you start? Now everybody is dating for marriage, Abi. So you will date and get married. Then your wife will wake one day and tell you that, "Babe, I beg, I'm tired." Even the Western world is even crazy. They will just get married and wake up one day and tell you that, "I want to have fun." What kind of fun? Are you mad? You want to have fun. You are tired of being in marriage. You want to go and have fun. And you thought, I married because I was in love. Now you want to go and have fun. Have fun in what? What kind of fun is that? And that fun part now goes into the other way around of marrying somebody that you guys share the same values. You guys share the same dreams. Someone that you guys, your sexual urge is the same. Your adventurous life is the same. Dating someone that you guys align. You understand? You guys align together. That one is okay. But I'm break.
You're just lagging a little bit. Struggling to hear
So
you.
why are they leaving you? Why are you leaving them? Network. I think are you hearing me?
Yeah, I am now. I was hearing most of that. It was very loving.
Salah, can you hear me?
Yep, I can hear you. I think he's struggling to hear me. I was really enjoying that. I think it's just a man who's just on the cusp of feeling love. I think he's done a lot of work and spoken from the heart. That's right, Jay. I agree.
Salah, no, my network is good, man. Leave me alone. Don't
Okay. Yeah,
don't interrupt
okay.
me when I'm
I was summarizing what you were saying. That's okay. You can keep going. Yeah, we have another 10
Let me
minutes and we
finish
can
this.
either
You are
chat for a bit.
summarizing it, but you're telling me that I'm someone that will need love. What kind of summarization is that?
It was
How can you say you're
interpretation.
summarizing what I said? You are not
Interpreting.
you are
Reading between the lines.
no, you have missed the lines because you said I might need love. You have missed the line. Why would I need it love? Now, you wake up one day and say you are married to your partner. I'm going to advise and destroy. You understand? I'm going to advise and destroy. Now, there are these things called core values that we have in relationships, like in marriages and everything. No, maybe you as a girl, when you were with your family, you normally, maybe they go on coffee dates, maybe weekends, they go to the dinner, they go to do this. And, it's like a family tradition that normally spices up marriages. People do these things. And maybe your boyfriend has the same thing going on with his life or his family or a lot of things like that. You understand? Now, on the other hand, not imagination, sorry to say. When you are dating someone, you're planning to get married, you don't have to do the things that your mom, your parents were doing before. I'm advising those that are already married. I don't know if it's going to break, but if it break, no problem. But I'm advising them. The values of me, anytime, maybe on Sundays, I love going for dinner parties. My wife can say, on Sundays, I like going to vacation, going for lounge to have drinks and stuff like that, That's actually very much different. Now, when you are in love with someone, you're married to your partner, I think it is a very good thing if both of you can actually create your own personal memories. Create your own personal memories. You know what I mean? You don't have to live with the same values that your parents did before and they enjoyed it. You and your partner have to create your own, something that spices up your marriage or your relationship. You have to create your own traditions. Like maybe you are key on this and I'm key on this. Then we have to come together and say, baby, what is something we have to do that we know that we created this thing for ourselves. So whenever we want to maybe have fun, we go and do these things, And when doing these things, maybe you have kids and something. You have to educate your kids that the fact that me and your mommy is always going to this place at this time of a day or something, it doesn't mean you should impose this same kind of tradition to your wife. Oh, sit your wife down. You guys should explain yourself and create your own core value. You grab. I'm not saying girlfriend because they will break your heart. If you be in this relationship, it will not work. Don't be in love. Then I want one best advice for all of you. Let me tell you something. Do you know that now that love is always breaking and stuff like that? When we are young, it's difficult for us to find love. It's difficult for us to like meet people that actually share the same dreams with us and blah blah blah, whatever rubbish love it is. Now, I think it is because we always see that, you see those mature women, you notice that they are the ones that actually like love a lot. Those mature people, those old, maybe from 35 upwards. Now, those people, most of them do not even love because of money. They've lived life to an extent. They just want somebody to be peaceful with. So I want to advise all of you that want to buy inside love. All of you that is doing love up and down with all your heart disease, every day depression want to finish your life. Every day anxiety, you pick your phone. How are you? Where are you? Where are you? What are you doing there? Come here. Every day you are not settled. Some of you have put tracker in your boyfriend or your girlfriend's car on their phone. What kind of a relationship is that one? Relationship that don't even give you peace of mind. You don't even know what you are even doing. You don't even know you are even dating. Your life is just there. You think you are in love, but you don't have peace. You are insecure. Let me advise all of you. This your young age. Use it to find money, oh. Use it to enjoy your life. Find money very well. The way you are getting to, as a woman, don't worry, forget menopause. Find one boy, just make you belly, just born one sweet boy, or wait small. So when they don't say, we cannot say as when I'm young like this now, so your own is, I need someone that will take care of me. I need someone that will take me on vacation. What kind of, your love that have requests, your love have entitlement. So what kind of love be that one when you get, you don't see love get entitlement before. Which love get entitlement? Some women are keyed on. I was speaking to Salah, and Salah made me to understand that if you live in Sweden, it will be difficult for you to be poor because of the way the government treats them. There's job opportunity everywhere. There's everything. Swedish women don't do this. If you cannot take care of me, yeah, the environment you come from sometimes makes your mind to be very mad. That's why you can say, come to the public and say, I need to provide this and this and this and this for me. Is love all about that provision? Must they give you that thing? That's how most of you heartbreak will finish all your life. Like, you will not, if you are not in love, you will not find love. If you are in love in this place, your love will scatter. If it does not scatter, good, because we have 100%, we have like 3% of people that have been living very well, that are lucky to meet these people that God brought down from heaven. I said, these are the, I think there are about 17 guests, 17 women that God has brought down for men to enjoy. The other rest of the 200 million women, nothing is going to come out of them. Nothing. So that 3% now, before you find out 3%, you will first of all suffer. So why do you like suffering? Why do you want to suffer yourself to do love? You are dating someone, okay, look at sometimes I've seen places where the guy was uneducated, like an illiterate. Then he actually took a girl in, he likes the girl, spoke to the family, then he trained the girl in school, and the girl graduated and everything. When the girl graduated, he wanted to marry the girl. The girl came and told this man that I cannot marry an illiterate. Now, this girl now go knows an illiterate from beginning, oh. He knows an illiterate since when they meet and they train and they do everything for him. He knows an illiterate too. He not leave him. He allowed the guy don't make her achieve all he go. He has achieved all her goals for her. Then she woke up and say, I'm not doing this thing anymore. What kind of love is this one? Then how can you guys have seen how this thing has damaged people, but when I go still open mouth for public, wow, love is a beautiful thing. Beautiful thing with broken homes. Beautiful to people that have jumped inside water. Beautiful thing, some of you cannot even sleep. Some of you don't even have peace like this. Some of you here don't have single peace. You say you're in a relationship, you don't have peace. If my boyfriend come and see that I'm outside, he will beat me. All of you are just, that are doing love, are just mad. How can you be in love and you will be scared? How can you be in love with someone and your dreams will be minimized? You cannot explore, you cannot get things. Eh?
All of you are just going through. I don't know what's wrong with people that are doing love. Oh, I don't understand. You just wake up one day, the only thing you want to do is just to love. It's like I was saying earlier on, I might finish that thing if I continue. So you now when you dey young, you go find money reach one stage. You don't dey okay now. You can't reach all those 30 something, 40, man, not the game. We don't get menopause as a man. We don't have menopause. So even Tinubu, our president like this now, 50 born picking like this, they go come well, go born. So fine. When you don't make the money, you don't dey reach that 35, 40. You can't find mature mind women. Now those women don't go even marry you because say money or you don't go love. Now those are the people that love you for who you are. Somebody, Popsy, was it Popsy? One sometime he made a statement that says love is enjoyed at old age. That the people, and it meant like now as a man you are taking responsibilities of everyone, your wife, your children, your boyfriend, whatever, your girlfriend. Then when you don't maybe go out of, maybe you don't retire and something like that, these people will then come to take care of you. That's where you now become their responsibilities. So if you are dating those mature people, those ones now, you become their responsibilities because now they are not key about how you look like. They already know it. They just want somebody that will give them peace. So these women, many of them here on this TikTok, I know they are single. They are just looking for one mature man. Let me just find love. They don't want your money. They don't want anything. Now they are peacefully looking for love. And I believe all of you know what I'm saying. They are looking for love. They are looking for love at that age. Now they are looking for the real love. So I'm advising all the men that are single or you are in a relationship and you are spending, some of you now, your budget so you were spending when you were single or when they do your normal sneaking nick now. Only go now, you don't carry person picking now. You don't, your girlfriend is like your daughter. Some of una girlfriend on her daughter like this. When they train them like this. What kind of love is that one? Do you not get mama and papa? Even if now orphan, you not get uncle and auntie. All of you are just training. You have turned your girlfriend to your children, your daughters. Some of you have turned your men to POS and whatever it is. Eh? What kind of love is that one? So you stop, you calm down, make money, enjoy. When you get old, you find same like person that believes in love and enjoy it. Well, the other thing I would say is that the best kind of love that does not die is the love of God, because the best kind of love is to die. God's love is promised. It's only love you can trust. Like you will be so calm. You are not scared. He's not going to leave you. Even if you commit sin self, he not go tell you say it's too late. He go still accept you. But if I call comes and not quick say I'm sorry, she go tell say it's already late. I've gotten another man. Hey, voila. You have gotten another man care. Eh? So I think with these few points of mine, I've been able to convince and to let you guys know that love is not a good thing. It's a good thing to love your neighbor as yourself. But it's not a good thing to go and be in love in young age because you will suffer, you will cry, big cry, Jesus, depression will finish you. Some of you cannot even go to work again because of love. They broke your heart, you are sitting at home. Some of you are just here on TikTok trying to calm yourself. I beg you. Thank you so much. I'm done. Salad.
Good. Yeah, that was wow. So you read the book, right? You did read it.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah. What did you? Okay, so where do I start? Let's do a quick overview. So the book is called The 7 Principles for Making Marriage Work. We've both interpreted it a little bit differently, but there's some things in it that are very clear. There's 7 points here. We'll go through really quickly each one. So the first one is called love maps. So I'm going to just say what I think about it, and Gift, if you want to jump in, go for it. So love maps is talking about your partner's inner world. So it's basically having knowledge about your partner. And if you don't have that, then you have a lack of interest in discovery. So when people choose based on utility, they don't ask who you are or what shaped you. They ask, what do you provide? What role do you play in my life? And so that shift turns a relationship from an exploration into a transaction. And I think if you were talking a little bit about this, what do you think about love maps, just really briefly? And we'll move through the other 6 points before we open the boxes.
Okay. Love maps are just like knowing things about your partner. There are some people that you don't even know your partner's best friend. You don't know what's stressing your partner. Like I said earlier, you are surprised about their topics or something. Sometimes you feel like your partner is your roommate rather than maybe your being in a relationship. Some of you till today, you cannot be able to settle conflict with your partner. You don't know that key point that you can hit
and it's going to be calm. You don't know those things. There's no emotional intelligence in your relationship. So once you find out that you are lacking these things, maybe your partner is always having this conflict and you guys don't have it being solved, then I think your love map is not really nice.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. I think asking what do you provide or what role do you play, I don't think is a good way to start. I personally want people to ask me who I am and what shaped me. We're going to move really quickly through these, but there is a book, and if you want the book, you just message me and you can I can give you a copy. But this is the framework that we're going to use today to try to think about love, and we're thinking about it from the perspective of assuming that you want to be in a relationship, but even if you don't, I think that these are good, what would you call them? Just like a good scaffolding to try to understand love. The second one is fondness and admiration. And I think this is where Gift's perspective is actually pretty pure, because it's about seeing someone beyond their flaws, their trauma, and their current circumstances, to say that your love is not conditional on your current state. And I think that even though it aligns with admiration, I think it also introduces a tension, because admiration without boundaries can become vulnerability to exploitation. So I guess the tension is one side is offering unconditional recognition of worth, and the other side is filtering through conditions and resources and stability. So it creates an asymmetry. One person saying, I see you, and the other is saying, I assess you. So, Gift, what do you think about fondness and admiration, and whether value is conditional on the current state of the person? So that might be if your wife has an accident or if your husband loses his job. How do you feel about fondness and admiration?
Okay, when I read about fondness and admiration, I went deeper and I found out like it still speaks about reminding yourself of the positive parts of your partners, the positive qualities of your partners. I was meant to understand that you have to know the positive things about your partner. When contempt creeps in, maybe you guys have issues, it is very easy. And knowing the value, what your partner can do, what he cannot do, what she can do, what she cannot do. Sometimes, sometimes when they speak things about your partner outside, you feel like, I know my baby, I know my wife, I know my husband is not going to work. You don't have to even listen to what people say outside. So that was one thing I think I noticed, and I paid more attention on that admiration, knowing that personal qualities, that positive qualities is one big important thing about admiration. Yes.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. Number 3, and for anyone asking for the book, if you follow Gift, have a chat to him. You've probably got a better chance of getting it than messaging me. I have a lot of unread messages, but follow Gift. He might share the book with you as well. Number 3 is turning towards and turning away. This was something that was really important for me when I read this, because I never noticed that sometimes I was turning away or towards from my partner. And so Gottman calls this bids for connection. So when you turn towards someone, you're basically kind of putting your hand up as a way to say, like, I would like some connection. But I think there is a distortion here caused by power. So when entitlement enters, a bid stops being a bid and it becomes a demand. If someone says, I don't date broke people, or I won't do something because I believe I deserve this. I think that's when it's not a bid anymore, and it's a demand inside a relationship. We can all have preferences, but I think once the relationship is there, that the power imbalance enters and the response stops being genuine and becomes strategic. So instead of someone saying, I want to connect with you, you get, I expect something from you. And instead of I respond because I care, you get, I respond because I must or because it benefits me. So, I mean, it's a funny point, but I think it's that connection is no longer voluntary. And without voluntary engagement, love cannot stabilize. What do you think, Gift, about turning towards, turning away, bids for connection?
Okay, when I was actually reading the book, I was meant to understand some things. First thing I learned about the book was that small moments matters. In that part where you're not sure, small moments matters a lot. Paying attention to your partner, bees for attention, humor, or support. And it goes to a part where I said respecting, like it says, I wrote something like happy couples understands that helping each other realize their dream is one of their goals in marriage. Now, having someone that you have to support, because it speaks more about support. not allowing your partner dreams to come to die or something. They say in a happy marriage, neither spouse insists or attempt to manipulate the other into giving up in their dreams. So if possible, you do not have to manipulate or make I spoke about earlier on diminishing the dream of your partner. So in this part, it makes me want to understand that you have to support his or her dream. And it goes to a point where I say, before marriage, you have to work this thing out to know if your dreams align. Not that I want to do this, I want to do that. Then you guys come to get married and you are finding this, you are struggling. You are struggling to actually to cope in the marriage. These are things that you were supposed to do at the time when you were dating. Not because she's so beautiful, not because he's rich or something. You have to understand that your dreams align. Because if it does not align, you guys are going to find it very difficult to actually pass through this. And there was an example in the book that spoke about two people. It says, talking about a horse that almost ruined the marriage because of maintenance. These two is in the book. The wife has a horse, and along the way, they could not be able to maintain the horse and stuff like that. Now, the maintenance was very high. So the husband brought about, babe, why don't we sell the horse and do this and something? And the woman disagreed and said, no, 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 we don't have to sell this horse. I cannot sell it. This is what I want to do. Now, instead of the husband to scold her or fight her or abuse her and stuff like that, because of his emotional intelligence and the way he sees things, he decided to just calm down and said, okay, he accepted to support his wife so she can keep the horse, which made the wife happy. Now they are having a very happy, they had a very happy home. If he had disagreed, regardless of the situation, regardless of the cost, what it would have cost him himself, if he would have disagreed with a dream of taking care of the horse and stuff like that, they wouldn't have gone to that point. And he said after 2 years, she sold the horse and got a younger horse that they could actually they can maintain. So that is our marriage, or that's what that makes you to understand. Supporting your partner. Now, I think maybe she realized the fact that this horse is actually draining me and draining my husband. So she had to sell the horse and buy a lower one that they can maintain. You understand? So it's trying to tell us to support and pay attention to our partners. Yes.
Got you. Number 4, and we've got 3 more, and then we're going to open boxes. Positive perspective. So in the framework, in the book, 7 Principles for Making Marriage Work, there's a framework called positive sentiment override. So it means you give your partner the benefit of the doubt. So ambiguous actions are interpreted generously, which allows trust to build. So there's a little bit of a tension between what Gift and I think. So you probably noticed in a lot of the things that he said that there's a assumption that if and correct me if I'm wrong, but if you don't protect yourself, you feel like you might be used, Gift. Is that right?
Yeah, I was speaking about entitlement.
Yeah.
Speaking about entitlement because I said about most of us from Africa, mostly even in Nigeria, we know that part called entitlement. Once you want to meet a woman, she's already telling you, these are what you're going to do for me. I think that's entitlement. So I do not see entitlement as love. I see love as when you care for your partner and you treat her the best way you can, rather than your partner giving you conditions. Entitlement is like a condition. Like, how can you be in love and be conditioned? You understand? So it doesn't actually work well. It doesn't work that way. So you have to live and be in a relationship at your free will, not when I have to meet up with my girlfriend's needs. I have to do this if not she's going to leave me. You understand? That's what I mean, entitlement.
Yeah, and I guess because of that, you may be more cautious than me, or you might even have some distance. But for me, when we spoke, it's about power, and I'm worried that power is going to be either misused or misrepresented. Because if I give people things in a relationship and I take care of them, I worry that might be reframed as control, or my intent might be manipulation, and I do over-explain and analyze things a little bit. I become guarded and not giving. So I think, if you are worried about being exploited or people being entitled, I'm worried about power. I don't really have an answer. I just know that we see this a little bit differently, because I read that I hear questions and I read it as control or motive. And I think that you may view the entitlement as insincerity. So
No, it's not. It's not power, Salah. That's not power. I don't see that as power. When someone feels you have to do this for me, that's not power. I call it entitlement.
I got
You
you.
maybe you
I
might
know.
see it as
Yeah.
power because
Yeah. I do. Yeah.
we
Yeah.
spoke about environment like the Sweden and other places. So I don't think that's power. I think it's entitlement where someone tells you you have to do this because you want to be in a relationship with them. It's an entitlement. You are entitled to doing something. Like I spoke about there are some ladies when mainly you have sex with them sometimes they feel entitled. They feel like since you already had sex with me, you have to always pay all my bills. That's entitlement because the fact that we had sex or something like that, so you have to pay. Normally, guys are supposed to take care of ladies. Fine, quite understanding. But the entitlement should not just come in. Should not just put in that way. You feel like I'm in control of this guy. Since he's had sex with me, then I can whatever I want is going to give to me. And when he doesn't give to me, it'll be like, oh, you've gotten what you want, right? I know some men can definitely like foolish and stuff like that, but it doesn't have to be like that. Some men can be foolish and stuff and just have sex and go. There are some people that just have sex and they are still there. Maybe they like you genuinely and everything, but because of the fact that you are because I've had sex with you, you have to call me to always solve all your problems. That's entitlement. I have to feel that you have problems, and I have to be able to do it from my own will, from my own mind, not because of your own will or because of your own mind. I have to do it myself. Do you understand? So it's
Yeah.
called entitlement. I don't call it power. I call it entitlement. Thank you.
I got you. Yeah, we do. We sort of, I think we end up at the same place because even though we sort of name it differently, like giving in the relationship feels unsafe, receiving feels unsafe. And I feel like just trust. Both of us are talking about trust not growing, that the intentions are genuine. I think that's probably where we both agree.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
genuine. It
Yeah.
has to
So
be
we kind of
genuine,
get to a
which is
different place,
difficult.
but
Genuine.
yeah. Yeah, I agree.
No, it's it's genuine, right? That's the thing. Genuine. Who is genuine now? Who
Agree.
is
I know. I
genuine?
mean, well,
You
look,
think it is
we agree
genuine,
on
but it is
this. Yeah.
not.
Yeah. I find that very difficult to
Yeah, it's
find,
not
actually.
genuine.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's difficult. That's enough reason why I'm single. I don't have that time to be looking for
It's not easy. And I think
them.
there's three more, but the last two relate to dreams and one relates to conflict. So I want to go through them really quickly just because I want to open the boxes, but let me just say a few things about conflict really quickly and then dreams. I'll get you to respond and then we'll open the boxes. So conflict is this was something that made me realize that when I fight with someone I'm with, the actual fight is not about the money or the dinner or the wet towel on the ground or any of things. These are just entry points. And so for me, when I was reading this, I realized that it's about things like fairness. So in the relationship, is this exchange balanced, or intention? Are you here for me or what I provide, or trust? Can I relax or do I need to provide myself? And the entry points are the fight about money or dinner. And so Gottman calls these perpetual problems, and they don't resolve through logic or negotiation because they're tied to identity, worldview, and past experience. That was something really hard for me to understand because I've always addressed conflict very logically without actually realizing that it was about a larger perpetual problem that doesn't need a resolution, so to speak. But if we're talking about trust, intention, or fairness, and I think we're talking about money, we're just going to fight forever. I don't know what you think about that, Gift. What do you think about conflict not being about the issue that you're fighting about and something deeper?
Conflict is like, how should I put it? Like a disagreement between both partners, like a disagreement. And depends on what you are disagreeing on, to be honest. If you guys are trying to make a decision about something, fine. But if you are disagreeing on money, I have to give you money, then I'm not sure that conflict can be resolved. Normally, conflict should be, as in, like a way to solve conflict very well is active listening. You have to listen very well. You have to be able to understand your partner. You don't have to be the one to always scream and shout. Sometimes you calm down, talk to your partner, or listen more and just agree. Even if your mind is not there, but at that moment, you have to just agree. But if it is all about money, if money is causing issues on your relationship, in a relationship every time, then, oh my guy, you are not dating the right person. You're not. Except you have the money and you're just being selfish. If you have the money, sure, we don't even need to have issues. Even if I have the money, you don't need to fight me to give it to you. Because if I love you like I claim I love you, I will not want to see you suffer. I will not want to see you struggle. I would come into it. So if you're having issues with conflict, with money, because you're having conflict and it's all about money and stuff like that, then I don't think it's a good relationship. It doesn't work. That means that relationship was because of a reason. Maybe the person was there because of what they could get from you.
Two more things: dreams, shared meaning, and then we'll open the boxes. So dreams, I think Gift talks about this, and we've been speaking about it, alignment of dreams. And some people thought, well, what does that mean? Do our dreams have to be the same? They don't. They just have to be able to work together. So it's not just about ambition, but about two people moving in the same direction. So if one person's dream is love without condition and the other's is security, stability, and fairness, the question for me is that can these coexist? Because if they cannot integrate, the relationship becomes a constant negotiation rather than a shared journey. And I think the shared journey is key, because if otherwise the system breaks and there's no shared philosophy of love. So one model says love is unconditional. It sees essence beyond circumstance. The other says, well, love must exist within conditions of equality and fairness. And neither are wrong, but they're incompatible unless explicitly reconciled, because without shared meaning, every interaction is a debate about fundamentals, because it's not about money. It's not about power. I think it's about three unmet needs: trust. Can I believe your intentions without verifying them every day? Safety. Can I be vulnerable without being taken advantage of? And being chosen. Am I valued for who I am or for what I provide? What do you think, Gift?
Yeah, I think we align in that way. We do align because I think marriage will be deeper or feel deeper when both partners' expectation have to be similar. So even if, as long as your dream does not like will not like maybe give my own dream problems, then we can work together. These are things that destroys people's marriages or relationship as well. When your dream do not align at all, like there's no way. No, imagine you are someone that maybe a writer or a philanthropist, and that's your job, and you're dating someone that's maybe works in the bank, and sometimes when you have troubles, you want to speak to someone, and she doesn't give you that listening ears. She doesn't want to even talk to you. To her, please, I don't know, I don't have time. Please do your thing and I'm going to my job. Then I think that's both of you do not align. Now you guys are going to have a very big problem because there'll be a distance in the relationship. There'll be an emotional imbalance in the relationship. So your dreams needs to align together. You guys need to work. And also compromising is a good thing. Maybe when things get falls down, get difficult, gets bad or stuff like that, you can be able to say, okay, babe, this is what we have to do. Now we are at our lowest. What do we have to do? Both of you do not have to fight at the same time because one, your resources is not limited. Now, both of you can decide and say, okay, babe, let me invest in you first. Or, okay, let me go and work on myself, get this done. Then when I'm done, then I'll come for you. That patience works in. So these are things that can keep alive your marriage, keep alive your dreams, help you guys share the same value and avoid a lot of conflict in your marriage or relationship.
Well said. I agree. We're going to open the floor. Welcome up, Nella. I'll give you first chance. Do you want to ask anything about anything we've said? You don't have to, but I just thought I'd give you first shot.
Me or Nella?
Nella, if she wants to. She doesn't have to.
Okay.
Hello.
Nella, is your network as bad as those people that are doing love?
Please feel free to send your request, and also we'll be rotating so that everybody can get a chance to speak. Thank you. Hello, Mr. Charles. Welcome in.
That's fantastic. I'm going to bring Charles up quickly because I know he's always busy. I don't know if he heard what we spoke about, but let me see if he's here.
He just came in right now.
Hey, Charles. How are you?
I'm good. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. How are you all?
I'm good. I'm good. This is Gift, and Nella is here. I think you know both of them. We were just talking about love. We read a book. I don't know if you've heard of this book, John Gottman's 7 Principles for Making Marriage Work. It just talks about how to reduce conflict in marriages, create shared meaning, create a framework to understand how to build maps of each other's internal worlds. I just wanted to bring it up because I know you've always got things that make me think. If you haven't read it, I'd be just curious about your thoughts on what makes marriages work or relationships or anything you want to talk about love. What do you think?
Do you want me to say something now?
Go for it. Absolutely.
Okay. Firstly, before we look into marriage, you have to look into a relationship. And there are two types of relationship. It could be some people go into a relationship on transaction. Some people go into a relationship to complete themselves. So it depends on what the partner you are having, the type of relationship they have in mind, which most people have like an express contract without communicating it. Which means when they are dating, if people are dating, they both have two different maps of the world. Which means if there is no alignment when your internal map, which is how you feel inside, your body and mind is in conflict to the outside. But at the beginning, the first person tried to adjust to the partner's ideology of map so that they can attract each other or one another. So then the relationship goes on. And when something is missing in that relationship, that is where the problem is going to start. So I can break it down like that. Two types of people to make it easy. There's something called physical people, not like physically. And we have the emotional intellectual. The physical people like to touch. They are afraid of rejection. They like to, they are quietly active in a relationship. They don't like rejection generally. So those, if it's a man or a woman, those are the ones you will see that the physical appearance matters a lot to them compared to anything else. They want to spend time with it. They are always involved if they have children's or people's engagements. Why the emotional intellectual? They are very interested more about financial, academic results. So what they are afraid of, they don't want to feel guilty in a relationship. So a good example now is like if you have a lady married to a man, maybe the lady went to the salon to have her hair done and things. When she comes in, she believes she's looking pretty and nice for the husband. If the husband didn't see it, to acknowledge, oh, you look good, your hair is done, she gets upset because the man is not saying that. And for the man, being at home means how they express their love is that they are with you, shows they are spending time with you, means they value you, they love you. But physically, they are not. They are present physically, but they are at the same time distance. A good example is that when you find them at home, they are the one with their sweatpants on or like a trainers just sitting, a bit lazy, just watching TVs or reading newspapers, being quiet. So to make marriage work, there's a lot of things involved. The first part is the communication aspect of it. To know that the person you are getting involved with is completely different from you as a person. So, and people use the word like saying learning love languages. That is not important because love language is completely different from everybody. But learning to know that sometimes what you are saying to your partner could be completely opposite to the information your partner is receiving. So some people speak literally. When they tell you, if you tell them good morning, salad, before they respond good morning, salad, they have to see what they feel to know if the money is good for them as a person. And somebody just say good morning, they reply direct, we say good morning back straight away. So there is difference in transmission between the two people. So there is a lot of things that are involved in a relationship that we take for granted, which are even our daily habit as well can affect the type of relationship we are going into. And our subconscious programming, which means that plays a bigger role, which means how we are being raised as a child, the type of relationship or environment we observe. So if somebody observes a dysfunctional family as normal, when they go into any relationship, if the relationship is peaceful, they will do a self-sabotage to destroy the relationship because in their mind, subconsciously, it's not peaceful. If everything is going well, they will say, oh, this is not going to last for long. Because they are not used to that being in presence of zen or calmness. So marriage is just, we know that two different people coming together for a purpose. And at the same time, if you are in any relationship, you are not just in a relationship with yourself. You have to be in a relationship that you develop as a person and you develop as a couple or as a partner as well. But somebody else is developing in that relationship as a couple and they are not developing as a person as well. So that would be a clash to that relationship. For example, if it's like a woman, when they have a child, you are becoming a mother, a wife, and you. If the focus shifts basically to becoming I'm a mother, they start neglecting themselves as a person. And that can psychologically or physically as well, mentally affect the husband as well. Because if the husband is saying the woman that is very physical, well-dressed and things before now, all the effort shift towards the direction of the child, the husband starts complaining. But they say, oh, why are you nagging? Oh, you're not looking the way you're supposed to look anymore. You're not doing this. And because they speak both two different languages, that is where the tension will build up. So I'm going to look for that book you said now. Straight away, I'll go to Amazon and order it. It will be interesting to read.
I have a PDF I can send you as well. So if you wanted to do that,
You said what?
I have a PDF I can send you
Okay.
as well.
Okay.
It's definitely worth having a
will hear
copy
you.
because I've got a few copies. I like to give them out to people. Whilst it's not complete. I just think it's a great framework. Whenever I'm talking to someone about relationships, I just think it's a good place to start. But yeah, fantastic. I appreciate your input, Charles.
And Salah, to add what Mr. Shah said when he was talking about the emotional stuff, some men are not emotional. Some women are emotional. Secondly, the approach that we use a lot of times matters a lot. Now, maybe you guys are having issues in your family and you're meant to meet a therapist and they ask you, why are you not happy about your husband? There's a way you approach and say, oh, my husband is working late, so you don't have time to I spend more of the time taking care of the kids and stuff like that. So I need my partner to be home more times. But she can just come and say, oh, my husband is selfish. He's very annoying. He's a selfish person. He only cares about himself. Now, the way you say, she's saying these things now, can equally trigger the man to actually feel bad and maybe might not want to even go on with the conversation anymore. You understand? Then secondly, some people are very clingy. There are ladies that are very clingy. And maybe you're dating someone that's not clingy. Someone that you guys, maybe should I say, romance. He doesn't know, he's not romantic. There are some people like that. You're dating someone that's not romantic. He loves you fine. He can give and give. But this little bit, like what Mr. Shah spoke about, you came to the house and he saw that you made a new hair and he didn't tell you, oh, you're looking so beautiful. And she gets angry. Sometimes these men are just these kind of people that sometimes who are built like that. Not that we do not love you. You are always beautiful in our eyes. But the fact that she's not appreciated that particular time can cause an issue. Now, if the woman is maybe emotionally intelligent enough, she's calm, and she understands her husband very well. She will understand that, oh, I know my man, even my man does not say it, it's fine. She's not going to feel bad because she knows that my man is not a romantic person. He doesn't do stuff like that. That when it comes about knowing your partner very well, knowing them very well, getting to know how they feel. I think we spoke about that earlier in the book, how they feel, how they see things, the kind of things they say. Sometimes when you say you are very, your partner finally praises you or just like, oh, baby, you look so good. It's boss. They're like, baby, did you just say that? Baby, please repeat it again. I want to hear it. What did you just say? You understand? They are so surprised and happy and stuff like that. You understand? So the way people approach things are different. You understand? Thank you.
I agree. Charles had something else to add. And then I think after that, I'm going to bring someone up. I think there's too much testosterone on the stage. We need to bring a woman up. So after Charles adds what he wants, I don't know. I've got two here. I got Sarah
You
Blessed.
need a woman perspective because we have more deep insight to this.
I've got Nella, so we've got one.
What you said is interesting, but we have to know that it depends on where we are on the scale. It's either you are physical or you are emotional. So it doesn't matter. It could be the man or it could be the woman in other direction as well. But the most important thing is alignment, which is greater than the attraction. Attraction will start the relationship, but alignment is going to sustain it. If both people define the definition of their commitments and they are moving in the same direction, so when you love someone deeply, even when the love is not there, but if there's an alignment and there is commitment and there's good communication, I think the marriage can work. Communication is quite the honest part of it. And the part that is quite important is also the emotional safety. Can you fully be yourself in the presence of your partner? Can you fail? Can you be weak? Can you be vulnerable? Can you be imperfect? So most people, if they don't have that emotional safety to be themselves, the relationship will collapse, even though one person is trying to respect the other and the other person is not respecting the other as well. So they cannot go together as a partner or whatever relationship it is. That's all I have to say.
Yeah, and it's interesting. You haven't read the book, and you said exactly what the book says. We were talking before you came in about alignment of dreams and compatibility, and there's some stuff that I'd be really interested once you have read it. Shoot me a message, and maybe we can talk about it more. But I've brought someone up on stage. I don't think I've ever spoken to you before. If I have, I apologize. But welcome, Sarah. Let me see.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Salad Power. Okay,
Mr.
I'm Sarah
Salapower. I
from
like that.
Kenya.
Hey, it's nice to meet you. Are you from Muwajay's community?
I'm from Kenya.
Oh, excellent. What do you think? Do you have a story to share? Do you have a question or a comment for either Gift, myself, or Charles? What do you think about what we've been speaking about?
Okay, for me, I have a question about love and trust.
Go for
What
it.
is love and what is trust in marriage?
Gift, you want to go first, and then maybe if Charles has a moment, he can jump in.
I think there's salad in my mouth right now. I'm sorry, Mr. Charles. Go
I'm
ahead.
eating
You can
salad
talk.
too. Maybe Charles, if you want. What is love? What is trust in a relationship? Do you have a second, Charles? Otherwise, I can just take it. I think he might be.
Hello?
Oh no, here you are. Yes, yeah. Well, what do you think love is, and what is? Oh, sorry. What is trust? What was the question again? It was what is trust and what is what, Sarah?
What is love and trust in a relationship?
Yeah.
Love is not real, because love is just an emotion. And when we have an emotion can fade in and fade out. So love is a pattern of behavior over time that you can feel the love, but very few people know exactly how to live it consistently. So it's something you have to keep working on each day, which is the presence. So not just being there physically or emotionally available doesn't mean you don't love the person. The action you are showing towards that person as well. And when you go completely deeper, trust is something else. Trust is even deeper than love, because love can only exist without trust. But trust can not exist without the truth, which means you can love somebody. You can exist. You can love somebody without even trusting the person. But the truth and the trust is quite different, which is the trust cannot exist without the truth. And that is where the problem is when it comes to predictable of characters, that even though you say you are going to do something, are you doing the same thing? Does your inner world matches your outer world? What are you doing when people are not watching you? Are you doing the same thing? You always said your body knows before your mind. What you are feeling inside you, between the emotions you are feeling, are they your real emotion, that you trust your own judgment, your internal feeling without the influence of others? And once you start that in yourself, how can you trust somebody else when it comes to emotional safety? When it comes to that love, you become vulnerable. Are you ready to be vulnerable without the person not being vulnerable to you? So if somebody is vulnerable towards you, and if you are not, sometimes the person start not saying, oh, this person loved me, but I don't trust what this person is really doing. Because for you, you are feeling what the person is doing because you cannot do it completely So it's giving like a trigger of something inside you, which is a doubt. And sharing fear without being used against you. Can you be vulnerable to share your fear that you are not thinking, oh, if this person knows something about me, they're not going to use it against me. That is where the trust is quite different from love completely. So that is why you'll be with somebody, you will love with somebody, even when they tell you something that they did something bad, you don't see it. You are still going to be standing there because that emotion is still real for you. But when the trust is there and the trust is not there anymore, everything that was closed becomes open to you. You start doubting whatever they tell you. And that is where the temptation and the opportunity to lie comes in as well, because the trust is not there. So it's different from everyone as well.
I agree.
All right.
I agree.
Thank you, Mr. Shas.
Yeah.
Sadat, I'm back. So, Blessing, you said love and trust. Sometimes people do maybe misquote or interpret these two things, but they are different things entirely. Like love is a feeling, like an act of kindness, which we all know, like someone shows that is kind, comes to your aid, maybe support and stuff like that. That's love. But trust is not like that. Then I would say love is also like a connection. It wants a feeling, you understand? A feeling, like the way we talk about the fact that, oh, I love this person, I want this person in my life, I cannot live without this person. That's love as well, you understand? Then love it's something that can actually, like Mr. Shah spoke about earlier, love fades away, yes. When you are not able to give the things you were given before, maybe the fondness, let me put it like the fondness, when you're not when you get the fondness drop, like not provide, or the kindness stops, it's normal that love can actually stop. You understand? So love is normal. So you can actually love people and not trust people. You understand? But if you trust someone, I feel like you can love the person. That's how you trust. And like he said earlier on, love is like trust is more of like a safety, like a security, like saying like, oh, I can rely on this person, like I trust this person, even when you are not available. It's more of like you have a company and you're leaving it for someone because you are going on like I'm leaving my stuff for you, my properties for you. Please take care of these things. You understand? So that is trust, not because you love the person. I can love you enough not to trust you with some things. Your partner can love you and tell you that I cannot give my ATM card to my girlfriend or to my wife or to my friend to hold for me. But I love you, but I cannot do it because I know you will spend it. I might not be able to get angry with you because I love you. So I will not give you because I don't trust you. But I love you anyway, but I don't trust you. So the best way of it is trust. Like if you can get your partner to trust you, then I think that's the number one thing. Then again, love is easy to build after being broken. Trust is not even easy to build when broken. It takes a lot. It takes a lot of evidence. You need to bring proofs. You need to be tried, like a lot of practicals back to back before it can bring this thing. So that's how it is. Trust can destroy a lot of things, So those are the two differences I can actually mention about love and trust. Thank you.
Appreciate that. Welcome, Insight, 1998. How are you? Tell me, what do you think? You have thoughts, comments, questions? Do you have a story about love? What do you think?
Hi everyone.
Your mic's very quiet. I can't hear you at the moment.
Hi. Good morning. Just
Hey,
to
there we
pop
go.
in. Yeah, just to pop in, and I'm seeing the topic is very okay. Let me just chill for some few minutes, then I'll talk later.
No, I understand. No problem. Yeah, come up anytime. If you have a question or a story, just let us know.
Okay.
Hello?
I don't know
Can I
what.
add something?
Yeah, sure.
We have to know that love creates connections, while trust will create the security. Without love, the relationship will feel definitely empty. And without trust, relationship will feel unsafe. So for one to really relax, you cannot feel, if you feel unsafe, how do you want to be in that relationship? And most relationship doesn't end up or break up, not because love disappeared. Most of them break up because the trust get damaged or get destroyed from broken promises, inconsistencies, lies, or emotional betrayal. So just to be on the track, both is quite important, but you can see the difference between as well. That basically the relationship will end quickly based on when there is no more trust.
Thoughts about love is something that can happen instantly. Trust is something that takes time to build. You understand? Love can just happen. Like you can see someone and love the fact that she has a very big yansh, you know, she has a very beautiful face, she has very big titties, you know, stuff like that. I'm trying to
Jesus.
mind my English. Tashat is laughing. Mind my English. So it's love, but it takes a lot of time to trust that person. It takes a lot of time. Trust is something that she needs to earn. Even with the big yash, you need to earn it. I know maybe for me, your yash can earn a little bit of trust though, because I might trust it, but I might trust your yash small. But there's an extent to I will not like trust you with my other thing, material things, but I can trust your yash with my heart. Yes, my heart can go with your yash. But fine, you understand? So I can trust it that way. So also like relationship with love sometimes I don't know. I say relationship with love, without trust feels anxious, like what Mr. Shah spoke about. A relationship with love but no trust feels anxious, like insecurity, you're always scared, or maybe you'll be hurt or something. You know, they said a relationship with trust but no love feels empty. Maybe I trust you, but I don't love you anymore. You feel empty. So what kind of love is that? Well, that's when you have sleepless nights. You trust the person that I trust that I can't do it, but now there's no love in there anymore. Some of us are in a relationship right now, not because we are in love, because we have pity for our partners. Some of you have pity for your partners. You understand? Mr. Shas. Some of you have pity for
You
your
make me
partners,
laugh.
not
Sorry.
because you love your partners.
It's what you said, that you can trust your heart to a backside. So I'm just thinking,
Jesus.
there's a
Yes,
picture in
very
my head.
important. I
And I
can
said, you
trust the
really have
backside.
heart?
Yeah. No, I can trust the backside, but I cannot trust a person, a heart, a mind, because I don't know what she has in her mind. You understand? I can trust that one, but you cannot trust the other way around. That's what I mean by what I'm saying. You understand? So that's it. You feel empty, you know. Love feels harder to maintain, though, you know, but it's fine. Because of Mr. Shaz, I forgot what I wanted to say. Jesus Christ. Because of Nash. Hi.
You're just thinking about Nash. I'm trying to bring more women up because I've got a whole queue of men, and I'm just conscious that there's 3 men on stage and Nella, and Insight's busy. I wanted to bring someone up for a female perspective. I just sent Essa. Oh shit, Professor is here. There's more men.
Yes, I was
Hello.
about to say, let's
Yeah.
welcome the unprofessional professor. I think he's sharing because I sent him a request.
Yeah, look, he's busy with a few things at the moment, but he's in the chat. If you want to come up, Professor, please send a request. Otherwise, happy to have you in the chat. And I'm gonna try let me just invite a few people. Let me see if anyone
Yes,
here
Mr.
wants to.
Shaz. Trust says, I feel safe choosing you. Yeah, Mr. Shaz, very important. That's why when you are choosing, you have to choose Yash, which is very important. Yash can keep you safe. You know, sometimes it's different. It's a feeling. It's an emotional trust. Love can die, can buy, you know, but Yash cannot be destroyed. It is a normal thing. Physical appearance, it is there already. You cannot live. It's there, like God has placed it there. So you trust that if she goes and come back, the yarn still remains the same. It's not changing direction. Welcome,
How
person.
do you associate trust with Nyash? Like, I fail to understand.
Yeah, okay. Let me tell you associated yarn with trust. I'm talking about, they said love is a feeling, right? Trust is a response, like activeness, security, and stuff like that. Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. Like, I might not really like you a lot. Maybe that the love is like a feeling. Maybe my love can die. So the only thing that can keep me and you that we trust now is Yash. Maybe you are gone and maybe I'm supposed to forget about you now. You know, the trust is a good thing. I trust you, which is that you've held the person so dearly, like you can person even behind you or something. So when you know the Yash is not going to die. So anything like that, you have to still, you know, blend on it, you know the yansh is still in your mind because you have to trust that yansh will not fade. So if the love is fading, I trust the yansh that yansh will not fade. So that's the trust I'm talking about. Even when the yansh grows old, it even gets, wider. I know they say older women are kind of the best, but not grandmas, So
Oh God.
Enjoy your own.
Does that answer your question, Nella?
Some people, no, it doesn't, because some people's nyash reduces, Some people lose weight.
no, that's enough reason why you have to date someone that will not lose weight. Because if you are my woman, I have a lot of things to add to make your yansh to be in that position. The only way your yansh can diffuse, I call it diffuse or loses. Maybe you are getting as you are getting older. You are getting old. Very not those older women like the age you get to like after menopause. Those grandmas, those are that one is because even me at that time when you are going that way. Even me too. My body is going to be weak. I can't be able to even stay for more than 1 hour
Your
again.
insurance will pay for that. Don't worry.
Sir?
Your insurance will pay for that.
Exactly. So when your yansh fade, that's why you see all these Tinubu, all of them. They have some young girls they used to go and collect things for. So once your yansh fade, don't worry about it. You will lie down on bed. I will take care of you. I will look for someone that have another big yansh. That will be, yansh does not fade. You cannot stay with that.
What you said now, please. You look for
But
something else. So now, can I have a question for you, please? Sorry to interrupt you.
Okay, Mr. Charles.
You expect a woman that you are failing to look for another man?
You said?
You said if the yansh is failing, you look for another one. What about you are the one failing? Do you want the person to look for somebody else? The lady.
We were speaking about
yes or no.
We were speaking about
yes
the
or
one
no.
of old age. We are not speaking about
Yes,
the young.
now, yes or no? Because this is biology.
I'm not
yes
going to
or
get married, so I don't know. Yes, you should go and enjoy. I'm not getting married. I'm going to.
Okay.
Yes, I'm not getting married.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's free. Salah say about love and yash. Jesus.
Welcome up, NASA. Do you have any comments to add to our esteemed colleague Gift or Charles or anyone? I know you're probably at work and you may not be able to unmute, but
yes, I'm at work. Could you give me just a couple of minutes? I will join you in a bit.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
I feel like NASA is going to roast you, Gift.
No, I want Mr. Shaz to. No, Mr. Shaz I want him to align the things I say. I want him I like the way he sees the things. I think the way he even speaks. I think he's weighing the option as well. So I was thinking maybe
He's weighing the option, but it doesn't mean he agrees with you because you can't base your.
I did
No,
not
to
say you should
me.
agree now. Did I say you
No,
should agree?
no. This is what we call there is no right or a wrong way. We are just here to learn, to unlearn, and to relearn. So it's just good to see your own map of the world. I'm trying to put that pictures to see my own internal map. So the more question I ask you, the more I can get a clarity of my own map of the world towards you. So everybody have their own opinion, and that is what is interesting about life. And that is why I asked you the question that I quickly said, that what about your insurance will pay for it? So you have to make sure that if you have a partner, those are the assets that are more important for you to be with that person. You have to make sure you insured, because these days you do a lot of insurance for things like that. And if you be the one that will be out of service, if you be able to willingly accept somebody else to take charge, and you said yes, then that is fine.
Again, it comes to a place where I think it came late a little bit, and it comes from a point where love kicks in. Now, me saying I'm going to go and date others, that's where love kicks in now. That's where the relationship, the trust kicks in of someone, the commitment kicks in. If I'm saying those things, I will say to myself that I'm not completely in love or committed to my partner. So it's also, I was trying to bring out a point. I wanted to say something like say, but I maybe you didn't get it right the way I said it though. But that's when commitment and love kicks in, because there's no way you will be in love with someone to an
My
extent.
question is, have you ever been in love?
I
What does
tested it. It was
okay.
very bitter.
What does it feel like? What does this looks like? What were you saying to yourself?
I was saying to myself that this is the end. There's a song that says, "This is the end. This is my wife." And unfortunately, they added lime to it, and I licked the lime. It was very bitter.
So that you're out of the love now.
Yeah. For 2 years now, I've been after the love, and I'm not going there anymore because you know,
What
Mr. Charles. The
what
thing
is
is,
missing?
no, Mr. Charles. The thing is, I'm not missing. They are the one missing me. I have a very wonderful heart. People love differently. That is one thing, and people that love so too much, it is difficult for them to actually go into another relationship again, like feel that love again the way it was at that time. You understand? It's difficult because people love deeply. So people can love with their life, their heart, their soul, their finance, their energy, their everything they're giving. You understand? So once they're out, they get betrayed. It's not that they cannot love again, or maybe they do not believe in love anymore, but they do not want to experience it anymore. I think that one I experience is okay for me. I will experience more when I'm like maybe 45, 50. When I'm with those older women, I would wait till that time. You understand, Mr. Shas? I know you understand what I'm saying, Sha.
If you came across a woman who has nyash, like you said, are you willing to love her?
I know I'm willing to trust her. I don't have to love her. I can trust her. I can trust her, Yansh, but I don't have to love the man. It's trust.
I think Essa Bling has a comment. I don't know whether it's to you, Gift. Essa, go for it.
What? You say what?
I want to say something. Hi, everybody. Problem child. Okay, I want to say why most men have bitterness when they are in a relationship, or say they add lemon to it, like Gift said, is because I want to use Gift as an example. If you are loving a woman, you are not looking at the qualities in that woman. You are not seeing any other quality than her beauty, her nyash, her boobs, her that, or that. And you will not accept that girl, feel you are in a relationship because everything you want in her is there. But the qualities inside her, you did not see all that. And by the time you go into that relationship and those things, you've had enough of all those things, then you're fed up. You are fed up because the qualities you want to see in a woman, they are not there. You didn't even check whether they are there before you went into that relationship. You only went for the physical side of it. And when you are tired of it and she too is tired of you, then you have that bitterness in the relationship. You can actually love when you take your time to see, is this the kind of person I want? And you free your heart. Give space for a woman to come in. Check if the qualities you need in that woman is there. Then you'll be able to fall in love again. Not just the physical side of it. There are more to it. You say a woman is beautiful, and when she comes to your house, she now start giving you basketballs at home, making trouble with you, not even know whether you are available. That beauty is useless. So I prefer, when you want to go into a relationship, leave the beauty aspect of it, leave the physical body out of it. Check if there is anything good in that woman. Check the qualities in that woman, if that is the kind of thing you want. Thank you. I don't know if that makes sense. I'll add something else later.
Okay. Yeah, I think you were talking to me. So, and as I'm coming, let me answer my sibling. The thing is that, first of all, none of you have seen the picture of this girl. Fuck, man. She's, sorry, English. I love TikTok shop. She's very beautiful. She have ass. She have big boobs. She's a chorister. She sings beautifully. She's the best chef I've ever tasted her food in my life. Apart from my mom, because my mom is a very good cook, and my other brother. She cooks very well. That even my family, my brother likes when she cooks. So you're not saying that, oh, where should they know, where should they pin her? So don't feel like whoever I dated didn't have these qualities. Oh, they had all the qualities. This is someone that I'm very proud of. You understand? But you will not know. I don't want to speak further on that part. So don't feel like it's not about look. It's about love. That love that used to die. That love that used to die is what? Why is it dying? So this thing, they have the qualities. The qualities were there. That's what I'm trying to tell you. You understand? There was trust. 5 years without trusting someone. There was trust. There was everything involved. There was suffering. There was patience. There were a lot of things that are involved. You understand? But it's still that you think someone will just wake up one day and just say, "Oh, I'm not doing it again because the ash faded." No, that's not true. There's a lot of things that we don't have to speak about, too, that we don't need to go in details about, but they have all these qualities. And I can never date someone that does not have yash. It is very, very much impossible. Even when I was younger, I loved yash. So don't worry about that one. Thank you.
Professor is sending you roses and finger hearts, Gift.
Because they're in the same bowl.
NASA wanted to speak. NASA.
Hello, everyone. Sorry. Can I go?
Welcome.
Okay.
Go for it.
Hello, Gift. How are you? Hello, everybody. Hello, Salad. So I listened. I listened the most part from the beginning of when you were discussing the book, and Gift's narration of how he understood love. I kind of related it a little bit, well, a little bit more actually. Surprisingly, I understand where he was coming from. However, it's just certain factors that I didn't agree entirely. However, that is his personal, review about it. And we're all entitled to how we see love and relationship. We will see it differently, probably, or I agree to him with some extent because of the way we are probably Africans. So I can understand his point of view from the African concept. For me, what I understand about love, especially considering my age and where I am now, I would say that I would choose peace over pressure. A lot of people nowadays have certain ideas of why they should be in love with somebody or why they think they should be in a relationship with somebody. But for me, where I am right now, I would choose love for peace. Peace over pressure any day, because if it's my safe place, I'm not going to be stressful about it. I'm going to be calm. There's no confusion. There's no constant worry. I just want my peace. My second point would be I would choose respect and dignity at any given time, considering the fact that I am a Ghanaian, well, African and a Ghanaian. I would say that my respect from my partner and my dignity will be my top priority. Also, I would say, with some of the things that Gift said, it is partnership, not dependence. I don't want you to be solely dependent on me. You should be able to function without me. I should be able to function without you. Yes, we love each other, but we were not bonded. We are not Simon twins. We're supposed to be separable. I should be able to have my own dependence as a woman and you have yours as a man or individual, and then we are in partnership, but we are not dependent on each other. We are there to support each other, but the fact that you're walking in the left direction doesn't always mean that I always have to be in the left direction with you. No, it's a partnership. Another thing also is I look out for consistency over your words. Your action would mean a lot to me rather than your words that you're saying, because all the words you're telling me, I love you, you're beautiful, you're XYZ, it means nothing to me right now. I have heard it all. I've heard it in my youthful years, and I'm still hearing it even now. So for me, it doesn't mean anything. It is your consistency of how I see how reliable you are. Are you keeping your promises? It's not just your sweet talk anymore. It is your steady presence. I need your steady presence. I need whatever you say you're going to do, you deliver, because this is what I'm going to give to you. So I expect it to be the same. We should reciprocate. Also, my emotional maturity. It is so, so important. If you have somebody who they are not emotionally matured, they don't take accountability for what you're saying, they misunderstand what you say, their communication is always misunderstood, they are having a huge ego, it is going to be a problem for me, because what it means is that I can't deal with you. Your emotions are all over the place. You can't keep your emotions in check. You can't communicate well. And for me, that is going to be a problem, because it means you're giving me extra work for me to always explain to you over and over and over and over again what I'm trying to say. And that is too much work for me. If you start off in that kind of way with me, in that kind of relationship, I'm sorry, but it's going to be a no for me. At the end of the day, I'm going to tell you, I'm going to nicely walk away and tell you, I'm sorry, but this is just not for me. You're stressing me out. I'm already having a lot of stress at work. And the last thing I need is this kind of thing. We also need to be in the shared value and have one purpose. Why do I say this? Okay, so for me, family means a lot to me. So if I'm dating somebody who they don't value their family, it's going to be a red flag for me. And this is just me, my personal life goals. For me, I feel love grows stronger when we are both aligned. In our Ghanaian settings, it's to say that it may include some kind of spirituality, although I don't go to church very often. but spirituality, our family responsibility, and community respect. Because for us here as Ghanaians or Africans, we respect the older people. If I see you do not have respect for your older person, it is a no-no for me. I mean, whether older or even younger, it's a no-no for me. So there are certain core practical things that I always look out for every day in my understanding of what love means. And I'm saying this because of again, I'm using myself from my age, and also for the fact that of where I'm coming from culturally. So these things actually will really matter to me, and that's why I say I understand where gift is coming from, because it doesn't necessarily have to always be about money or about, and gift for me, I don't agree with you with the looks. The looks will fade, but after the fading of the looks, what else comes? What else comes? Like what next? What is next? The love should always remain. Yes, you can fall in love beautifully. For me, I'll say you always have a way of falling in love with that person. I mean, there should be a way, always a way to fall in love. But I say, fall in love with your heart, but take your brain along with you. Meaning that, yes, if you feel things are not going well, communicate it well. Let the person understand that this is what you like and this is what you don't like. If the person do not understand that value, then walk away. Like, walk away about it. Try to find ways about it. If it doesn't work, just nicely walk away. That's it. For me, that's just what it means. I don't know if anyone else has a different approach to it.
I understand
But
you when you were talking.
sorry,
I
yes, let
understand you.
me answer this other one question. A lady asked the first question, that what is the difference between love and trust? I kind of wrote bits and pieces in the comment section, but I just want to recap what I was saying. For me, there's a big well, it's not really a difference. They actually work. They work together, hand in hand. They work hand in hand. Without love, there's no trust. Without love, there's no trust. Without trust, there's no love. For me, it's just what it is. They coexist. And love is an intense feeling. It's a deep affection. Like, it's a devotion that you need to have with somebody. The trust, on the other hand, is relying on that person, their character, their ability, their strength, their truth, everything they tell you. So they are coexisting each other. What do we build with the foundation of what love and trust is? For instance, I would say emotional connection and attraction, like what Gift said. Yes, you should have the attraction there. If the attraction is not there, the love won't grow. I always tell people, I don't know how people say that doesn't work, but for me, it's always an important thing. If the attraction is not there, the love will not grow. The attraction needs to be there for the love to mature. It is very important. So I understand him when he says something about Nyash. So
That is the thing. The attraction is the
the
yes brings the
attraction has to be
attraction.
there. Yeah,
You understand?
I
It's
100%
like
agree
being
with
in
you.
love with someone that the physical appearance. The
Yeah,
physical appearance is the beauty and the yash.
definitely.
If everything is fading, the yash is not fading until we are very, very much old.
The Nyash will fade too.
No, it will fade in like years. No, when she's. Do you know how many years before the yash? Have you not seen a grandma that have big yash? I've
Actually,
seen
that's true.
grandmas that have big yash. So I go in line. The attraction is the beauty and the yash. I understand that their personality, intelligence, and everything fine. If you like, may you get bad character, just get yash. You cannot be shaking your character in the road, but you can shake yash in the road.
Oh dear, oh dear.
You walk past me, like, can you be shaking your character for me? No. But as you are passing me, you'll be shaking your yash. You'll be doing me like this. Very
Oh
important
dear,
thing.
Gibbs, you're so funny.
If you have bad character, you have yash, you are safe. Don't worry.
Okay. So finally, I'll say love without trust is like building insecurity or betrayal. And trust without love, you're just building coldness, emptiness, and lack of intimacy. So I would say they coexist. So thank you so much.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank
Good morning to each and every one of you. Now, I can understand exactly where everyone is coming from, because I am married and I'm married to someone, right? And the key thing is that once you are not spiritually, number one, connected with somebody, because this is what anybody can say, I love you. They could say I love you as a friend. They could say I love you as a partner. They could say I love you, right? But love and being in love is two different things, because one of the things that I did before I found my wife was I prayed. about it first. I prayed and I asked God to guide me accordingly in the right way, because physical appearance do change. As you get older, physical appearance do change. And if it is that you are loving someone for just physical appearance, which means that when their appearance change, then your love would change for that individual, because you don't see them as how they were when they were a little younger, right? This is this everything that you're saying are balance, because each things have to coincide with each other. If you don't have trust, love will not be there. If it is you don't have love, everything will not be there. But the most important thing is that once you have God, keyword, God in this situation, and you pray, because my wife is not just my wife is also my friend, meaning that I can come to my wife and speak to my wife about anything, because she's not just the person that I'm living with, she's not just the person that I'm in love with, but she's also the person that I can come to, not just as my wife, not just as my wife. You understand? Not just as my wife, but also too as my friend. Because if it is you don't trust the person, you'll be watching the person different. If it is you find that when the person gets older and the features start to change, you fall out of love, because you find that when they were younger, they're not looking with the Nash, as my partner say, and they don't have these aspects. But the key thing is that my story is that for me, when I literally found myself falling in love with my wife, I felt that feeling. It was not a outer feeling, but it was an inner feeling inside of me that saying, yes, this is the person for me. This is the person that I can coincide with. This is the person that I want to spend the rest of my life with, right? And the thing about it is that my story is that we all know what love is. We all know what love is. We all know, for some of us who are in love, like myself, know what is the feeling of being in love with someone. Because being in a relationship and being married is always work. The communication have to be there. The trust have to be there. The friendship have to be there. You have to love this person whether or not in the good days, in the bad days. Because people look at love that here is what's going on when everybody happy. You know why it is considered love as? You see, when it is with the hard times, when we're in the hard times and we may be down and out, and we could still pull together as one unit and be strong, that we could actually find that this thing called love, and we and my wife and I are a unit, because one of the things, the key factor that we make in our relationship is that we pray. We pray to God and talk to God that He keep us together as one unit, that He keep us together as not just husband and wife, but He keep us that we may understand and also communicate with each other as every day pass by, but that's because we have different mindsets, right? But we can be friends with each other, to come to each other, to speak to each other about any given thing, rather than we go on the outside and seek advice from someone else, right? And I understand everything that all of you are saying, but this is just my story, because I could tell my story, because I am that person who actually have a wife and is married to this person. I could know how it feels to feel love. I could know how it feels to give love, because everything that you all here are speaking about coincide with each other. The love, the trust, the honesty, the loyalty. Yes, the financial part is there. But when the physical appearance fade, what are you going to say? Nah, I don't love she no more because she don't have the Nash? Oh, when the sister start to get older, you're gonna say that I don't love her because her features change, or she doesn't love him because his features change. Being married and being in a relationship is always work. Some people tend to get lazy. Some people tend to get relaxed because they tell themselves that, okay, they're already in this relationship and they can relax now. But once you keep, and as I always say, for me, we put God first. You see that man upstairs here? He knows and sees everything, and we allow God to control our marriage. We allow God to control everything that we are going through, because not every day will be a good day. Not every day the sun will be shining, right? But when you are in this situation that we say the love language, there's two different things. There's one which is love that I could say I love you as a friend, as a bro. You understand? Or I could tell a young lady I love her because I love her just as a friend. And it is the other one of being in love with that person. Because at the end of everything, you see, for every man and woman, for every person out there, there is someone for that person. You could go through 5 bad relationships, and you may want to give up and say that there's nothing named love. But God designed a man, there's a man for a woman out here, and there's a woman for a man out here in this life. And we know what is love, because if it is, we don't know what is love, because when we go to speak on that aspect, God gave his life. That is not love. God gave his life to make sure that, hey, for our sins, that is love by itself. You understand? God gave his life. Because all of us here from different regions, from different parts of the world. But the key thing is that we know love, but we know it differently based on probably how we was growing up, probably how we see our family grow, probably how we see mommy and daddy was acting when we was growing up as young adults. And we think that for some statements, for some way, that is the right way. But you have your own mind. You have your own way that this love is not just about a physical connection. Love is so deep that it is a spiritual connection. And once you see that you are spiritually connected with this person, trust and believe. Nothing better than that.
All right, thank you very much. Thank you so much for sharing your views. Thank you. But I believe deep inside of you, this is your relation, this is your marriage. Now, I know your wife have Yash. That's why you are deeply in love. You know, because there is also physical. Because when you started talking, you said, "What if the physical appearance fade?" That statement you made, that statement, and that first statement that you started with, have already let me to know, hey, my wife have Yash. It is that first statement already. That I've already, I don't need to argue, I don't need to say anything. That your first statement has already said my wife have Yash. Because how can you start with what if the physical appearances is no longer there? Then the love of God is a lie. Yeah, it's true, Shabo. You know what you married. You married the power have that Yash. That's why you started with that thing. Because if you didn't have Yash, you will first start from all those other things you said. Then end it a little bit with physical, a beautiful face. He didn't say beauty. He said physical appearance. Why is physical appearance? Is it not Yash? And this thing, but the Yash is the bigger one. So I understand what you say, and I'm very happy for you at the same time. Secondly, I'm speaking about, I'm already saying, oh my God. So the other one is that I said you have 3% of people that God have brought down 3% out of 100%. So maybe luckily enough, your wife is the 3%. But you made a statement say when you grow old, you will find that. So let's wait till you grow old first. So maybe when you up to that old age now, when the physical appearance now, yeah, let's know if you will find that by that time. So maybe when it's successfully at that time, we'll now know if it is really going to matter. But like,
let's put it in a woman's perspective. Let's say
my wife is 51 years old. So then my wife is 51 years old, right? So when I want to talk about age, yes, my wife is 51.
That's what I'm saying now. Okay, now the 3%, I'm coming. The 3% is now you. Your wife now is the 3%. But you see, even 51 years, the Yash never fade. What do they tell me, my God? 51 years, Yash never fade. Hey! And you will say, oh shit, hey God. And you're telling me it's not a good thing.
Let's reverse the roles now. Let's talk about women going for men. Let's say a woman is looking for someone who has 6 packs. Right? Let's look at it from a woman's perspective. Let's say women are also going for looks. Like you're saying you're going for Yash. Women can also go for 6 packs. Are you telling me that as soon as those 6 packs start fading or the man stops going to gym, the woman should now walk away because they should not be loved anymore?
It's like I said earlier on, when he was talking, he said this 51, the Yash have not fade. I know you might not be able to keep up with your husband's look because when we are with like maybe you're not working, we can drink a lot of alcohol and get big stomach. So that's when the love will kick in. So that's when the endurance, the patience, everything will kick in. The main sacrifice with that kicking then. So, but that is your own. Oh, if you want to stay, I'm not force you. Stay. It does not mean you do not love or you love your partner. You can stay. It has a change question. If you want to stay, stay. So if you want to go, go. So I've still seen people that their husbands, even their husbands, it's not working very well like that, and they try to do, is not doing. They go outside and go and meet some young boys like Gifts, young people like me, and young men like unmarried men like Salad, we already are married association, the seek appeals, all of us that are unmarried. I didn't mention not nice, it's not to be mentioned, never. So we are the younger ones, that we are the agile ones. So if you come, we can help you. We don't mind if you are not, we are not even expensive. Just do one or two. We are there for you. That is if you are not committed to your partner, because how can you be in love and you can't leave because your partner 6 packs have just
Look, I bring my wife there. Look, my wife right here. I bring her into this chat here. Look, my wife is right here. I bring her in. Colleen.
Can I bring her up?
Yes, you can bring her up. Colleen
is
my wife.
I'm going to borrow your box, Prissy, if that's okay. I'll bring you back up in a second.
No, you would have borrowed the husband and put the wife. Hello.
My wife.
No, I think they should both be here. Hey, nice to have you.
Welcome. I see your
Hi,
voice.
morning.
Good
Hi, morning. How are you all?
It's good to have you here.
Yeah, good. How are you doing, Colleen? Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for coming. I have got camera done. Hey, I got pata of them all. I went camera done. No. Do you see, Salah? Did you see what I was saying? I went camera down. Hey, she's endowed. Hey,
No.
wonderful.
Gift, you went down to check her profile. Oh shit.
Yes, I have to go and confirm the wife. You say no, it's the wife now. I have to really see
You checked the profile. What are you doing?
You've never forgotten you have a wife.
Who's my wife? Did I marry you, Master?
Which one is who? Which one is who? You're really married.
Okay,
So ladies and gentlemen, everybody here, this is my wife, Colleen. Colleen.
Hi, everyone.
Salad, talk to us, Salad.
I want to see. I don't know, Colleen, if you've been listening and what Gift has been saying. He was pretty excited about believing that Nash doesn't fade. So let's see. Colleen, please, let Gift know anything you think about love and marriage and your husband here.
What do I think about it?
No, okay. One first question I'm going to ask you is like, your husband spoke so well about you. He gave good insights. He respects, and he said so many amazing things about you. So I'm going to ask you a very quick question. Like, what is something that has kept your marriage this far? What kept the marriage this far? Like, what can you say that this is the reason that me and my husband have gone this far? Then that's the first question. Then the second question is like, the second question I'll ask you. No, finish with the first one first. Let me not fool your head. Finish with the first one. What kept your marriage this far?
We put God first. God is the foundation of our love. We met, and the attraction was spiritual firstly. So God has been the pillar all the time. And now I'm not gonna say we don't disagree. We do. We do have arguments, but we put God first all the time. I pray for him all the time. He prays for me all the time. We pray together. So God is in the center. God is right there. We put God first, we let God lead, and we walk after. So that's it. First and foremost.
You said first thing that got you guys was spiritual something.
Yes.
I want to speak on the other part, like Would you say if your husband is spiritual and his leg is like this, or is not tall, or maybe he's short or something, would the spiritual that make him your kind of? I think when you were going, you like there's a kind of I love a spec, or I love this kind of men person that their physical appearance, you know. So are you trying to say the physical appearance never mattered?
It did not. I'm not a person like that. I believe that God made us, all of us, in his image and likeness. I'm not perfect. Nobody is perfect. No one is perfect. I'm not this beauty queen, you know. I'm not. I'm not.
So you feel
We
physical
all
appearance
have
does not
flaws.
matter. That's what you
No,
mean
it
say.
don't. We all have flaws. It does not matter.
Okay, maybe okay, that's your opinion to you. Me, my own
Yes,
matter
that's
for
my
me. Oh.
opinion.
Yeah, my own matter for me, very important. And I think your husband said physical appearance might matter for him too, but maybe he did not tell you.
And
Maybe he
that's
might don't
quite
want to
no,
tell
that's
you.
quite okay.
Yes,
We are all different. We are all
exactly.
different.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. I know you guys are spiritually endowed and everything, and God is even my native name, my local name, means God first. I will not say it out, but my local name, my native name means God first. That's the meaning of my name. So God first, yeah.
So
So
let me ask you something. What are you what no, I didn't hear you before, but I'm gonna ask. You look at physical appearance, right? You do?
yeah, I do. I love
Let
physical
me
So
let me answer
appearance.
that. He believes that
uh-huh.
if a woman is not endowed, if
Mm-hmm.
your bam bam is not big, he would not,
No,
you know,
Nella,
think of you.
now, let's be sensitive at a point. Let's be sensitive. Everyone, I'm a Christian and I believe in God a lot. Like I don't do anything without God. Is the reason I'm still here and everything. But even when God is there, I still like physical appearance because first thing is I like this. Even God knows that I like a woman that have yansh. God knows like
Stop.
that is why He will always bring them my way. And when
Stop.
He brings one that don't have yansh towards my way, I used to like
No.
shy because they are not. No, listeners, you ask me a question. You don't need to take my opinion. You understand? So He knows. After Him, He knows what I want because He will not give me someone that maybe I'll be like cheating on her. You grab because
You
when you date someone that you might be a Christian, fine. Then you are dating someone that you're not physically attracted to. If you are not, because a lot of times we face a lot of temptation, a lot. It takes a lot of spiritual awareness for you to actually overcome temptation. Even Jesus Christ, he knew how it was for the point, but he actually overcame the temptation. So it's a very difficult situation. So God will not give you something that is going to destroy you. If God wants to give you peace, it gives you total peace. It gives you cannot give you peace and say because physical appearance you like this. No, this is the one I wanted for you. Then you'll be with that one and you'll be grumbling. There are things we grumble for, not physical appearance. Me physically, I like Yansh. I will not lie. I love physical appearance of when she's beautiful. I love beautiful women because I love going with my woman to nice places. I can't because God cannot tell me there's an ugly woman for me. I don't understand
no
what kind of destiny is that.
stop. Stop.
You
Stop. Nobody is ugly. Come on.
no, it's that
Nobody
is
is
that
ugly.
no, I would not have to stop. That is your own opinion. Nobody is ugly. But to me, people are ugly. Some are beautiful, some are not beautiful. You understand?
Wow.
They are inside of even when they say heart, our heart is beautiful. Inside our hearts too is still kind. And inside our heart is still wicked. You understand? Because there are things that goes on in this world right now. They say our heart is supposed to be kind. So the people that are causing those crises and everything is because their heart is not bright. There's no light in their heart. You understand? So everybody sees things. So it is you might feel, oh, you know, you are a woman, a woman, and you are a Christian, you are religious, and stuff like that. So I would not want us to go towards the Bible or start speaking religious
No, we're not going to the
conversation
Bible.
because this is different from there. We're having about love, and you can see Yanshi in the ending of it. That's why you see the Yanshi standing alone on this side, and the other ones are standing at this other side. You
If
understand?
while you
So for
stand with
me,
me, I stand with six packs.
yeah, she started with 6 packs. You see, now she likes physical appearance.
Right.
So that's what I'm saying. You are spiritually endowed and you do not mind. But physically, you are physically, spiritually endowed.
sorry to say, but you are physically okay, and your husband is physically okay. God has blessed you with him, and I'm happy. So the second question, let's not go more further. I think you guys have conflict because each people are like, I'm supposed to put the timer for 5 minutes for this conversation. Now you guys have had conflict, quarrels, disagreements. How did you guys handle it to this point? How did you guys didn't let this thing handle get to your brain where you have to sleep in? Do you guys maybe have an argument that makes you to maybe leave the house or something? How do you guys cope with disagreements or conflicts? How do you guys handle it? How do you as a woman handle it for your husband?
Even if I'm right, I still say sorry. I'm always the bigger person. I always say sorry. I always say, this is not how it's supposed to be. I always say sorry. Always. Always.
Right, thank you very much. That's another thing. Thank you very much. And I want to when was the last time you have do you I want to do you have do you have a ritual? I mean ritual. Do you have something you guys do? Did you guys maybe create something that a value? Should I call Tala, is it core value? I don't talk plenty. I don't coffee on you speak the English again.
Well believe.
Shared values. Have you shared waiting that I don't forget them? Do you guys have yes, like a ritual? Yes, exactly too. Something that you guys do maybe once in a while to spicing up your relationship. Do you guys have something like that? We did something to always spicing relationships and stuff like that. Do you have anything?
Exactly what you're trying to ask. Ask me. Come out with it. Exactly what it is you're trying to ask. When you say ritual, I don't think that's the correct word. So exactly what are you trying to ask? Okay, let me put it like this. Everybody goes through something in their life. I am 51 right now. I'm older than him. I'm 51. I know a lot of women go through a lot of women. I don't know if this is what you're talking about. A lot of women doesn't feel for sex. A lot of women.
No, not sex.
Okay.
I think.
I can explain it. I think I can explain it. I can explain.
Like a routine or something.
Yeah, he's
You guys
talking
have
about
some
how
sort of
you.
routine.
Yeah, he's talking about how you greet each other, how you say goodbye, daily check-ins, shared routines like meals and walks.
Okay.
These are rituals of connection.
Oh, okay. So let me tell you guys this. I am at home. I don't work. He works, right? I'm at home. I'm medically. So that's another thing. You see, you all don't know me. I'm medically unfit. I used to work. I'm medically, I can't anymore. So I'm at home. So he calls me 24. Oh, he calls me. And I'm like, you don't have to call me all the time. I tell him this. I said, I'm okay. Because, where I live, my mom is right upstairs. I live downstairs. And my mom is there. My stepdad is there. My sister, my brother. So I'm around family. But he calls all the time, like how he's in this box here. If he got out this box, he would call, you okay? We are on the app together. I was actually in another live and he messaged me and told me to come. So I told them that I'm leaving. So he calls all the time and I tell him, babe, what you call me for? Sometimes he'll just call and look at me and babe, you call for nothing, I mean, I appreciate it. But sometimes I'm like, all the time, so you have to call me? Now, it's not a problem or anything, but he doesn't have to call all the time. I do appreciate it. I love it, actually, but he doesn't have to do it all the time like that. If you guys understand what I'm saying.
Yeah, I'm the number one person that understands you better than you are saying that you will not understand. I understand even more than you that understand. Don't worry.
Really?
I understand you very well. I know. It's weird, it's sometimes there are times that
my ex used to call me a lot of times, and sometimes if I will not even pick because the call is too plenty. Are you scared that they will steal me? Because she have yash, I look good, I'm tall, I'm 6'5". Then I was around like maybe 6'2" or 6'3". So I think maybe sometimes she's like, I miss your presence, or she miss the fact that maybe I can be with someone. Someone be like, so this cute guy, this athlete, and I was very popular in school because I was the best football player in my school that time.
Somebody's
So sometimes she
asking.
maybe insecure. Maybe she feels she feel, hey, what are you doing? I hope you're not talking to somebody else. But I don't know if that's what you're talking about, though. But me, if I stay sometime and my girlfriend do not call me, I'm like, where she don't go carry this here and she go now? Here is this girl now. So what if somebody now sees her and talk to her? So I have to like, babe, where are you? Switch to video call. Very important, you know.
You
Yeah.
do that? You
It's
do
not
that?
important. It means you
Hey,
have health issues.
if you see
That
my
is not
girlfriend,
in,
if
that
you
is
see my girlfriend,
so
my ex-girlfriend,
you don't
Colleen,
trust her?
I trust her very much now. That's why I always
So
checking up on her. The way your husband is checking up on you, don't judge me, oh.
I don't think you heard what you just said. You asked her to switch to
I
video
was
call.
joking. I was joking. I'm not serious. Don't get me like
So
that.
come on. Anyway, somebody was asking in the
Colin, he's
comments
not
about
joking. He really means it. He wants to know who is holding that nyash at
somebody
the
was
moment.
asking about checking phones. So okay. My phone, he could go on my phone. I have a lot of male friends. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I have male friends a lot. My best friend is a male. Um we had have this conversation on TikTok here already, and a lot of guys was telling him, no, that's not right. And listen, when he met me, I had my friends, he have his friends. I know in every relationship, everybody's supposed to know you're supposed to have boundaries with certain things. There are a lot of things that I used to do that I wouldn't do anymore. I think as you grow, you mature, you're supposed to understand these things. But I have male friends, I do call them, I do check up on them. He does not have a problem with that. He doesn't. My phone is there. If he feels to go on my phone, he can go on it. He's not checking anything. He could go on my phone. I can go on his phone. I don't hide my phone. I don't. People talk about turning on their phone. He knows my password. I do have a password on it. Because I was doing something, and that was the only reason. I didn't put it because I wanted luck or anything. I was doing something and I had to use a password and I left it. And he knows it. He could go on my phone anytime. I was sleeping just night before, and he came and took my phone. He went live and he wanted to carry up his and he used my phone to gift him. I was sleeping, and he told me, he said, I took the phone, and I don't, first to begin, I don't have anything on my phone because I think my friends, I have boundaries. My friends know me. They know me. So even if a guy message and say, hi babe, how you doing? He's right there. He sees the message. I said, look, he's calling me babe. There are certain things I don't really like, but I know as you mature, you understand that some people, this is what they do. People call you honey, darling, babe. People do that. That is, it's not that they're looking for anything. That is what people do. And if you mature, you would understand these things. So I think a man getting vexed because another man called his woman baby. I don't see what he getting vexed about. I don't see it. You need to be mature.
I think
Maturity
I would
is
have a problem if my husband's female friend was
Very
calling him
important too.
calling
Are you
him
calling me
babe,
baby?
babe. No. So I'm also
How can
married,
you call?
and
How can you call my girlfriend? Tell my boyfriend,
could
hello
could
baby.
um,
you
sis
didn't
Are you
Colin,
let
mad?
sis
she
Colin,
is
I'm also
speaking.
married, and
You have to wait. She's speaking.
okay, so I'm also
Yeah.
married, and my husband and I, we use the
Mm-hmm.
same passwords on our phones
Mm-hmm.
to have access. But having passwords doesn't mean that we did it because to protect. No, it was because if I lose
Mm-hmm.
my phone now and someone comes
Yeah.
across it, it's not password locked, they will get easy
Mm-hmm. I
access.
understand that. Yeah.
So it's important to have passwords, but
Mm-hmm.
you have to share that with your partner.
Yeah.
And also, when I met him before we got married, when we started dating, I had a lot of male friends, but he was somebody who has never kept female friends around. So I personally, he didn't post me, he didn't say anything, or he just said, "Oh, I don't have female friends," and this.
Female friends, right? I understand that. I understand that.
All right, Nella, we've gone a very long way with Mr. and Mrs. Colleen, Tobago, and
But he does not.
Tobago.
If he had female friends and I also had male friends,
Yeah,
I
so
think it would have been balanced,
yeah,
but it was
network
not
was bad.
balanced. So to balance to balance the equation, I had to cut off my friends. It doesn't mean that we're not friends, but the communication is just no longer there, especially when it comes to texting, calling each other. If I see you outside and you used to talk, we used to be friends, I'll greet you, we can communicate, whether he's there, whether he's not there. But to be on calls constantly or texting each other constantly, it's a form of disrespect
That's why I talked
for me.
about the
That's what I
boundaries.
feel like. Hi,
That's why I talked
Empress.
about boundaries. Yeah. That's why I talked about boundaries. So
And to
much
show how
of
strong the
boundaries.
connection is, if to show how strong the connection is between me and Colleen, our two names actually start with C. The letter C. So, and this is what I'm saying, when you mature, when you grow older in life, it's about
Maturity.
truly
Exactly.
understanding your partner, understanding the person that you're with.
Yep.
Because your features will change.
Yep.
But
They do.
once you know this person personally as your friend, this person is your friend, this is the person that you said with your mouth and the vows that you choose that you want to spend the rest of your life with, it's obviously the features will change. Right?
No, we don't
But
have
that does
any
not mean
infidelity problems.
that you're going to, because of the person features changing, that you're going to look at the person different. You know, it's the same person that you was in love with from the first time.
Guys, please, you do not have to answer them questions. We ask you that we are still on the topic about love and physical appearance, so you do not have to ask them questions. They came
Not
to
on
speak.
Yash,
Ask
we were
them.
on love. I don't know how you keep going back to
And we're
Yash.
dealing on love, so you
Big
don't have to
Glory,
ask them
welcome
about
in.
infidelity or something. That's their personal question, you know. But I just want to big Glory, you're welcome in. Big Glory, sorry. I just want to. There's one thing that happened because I think we have to move forward with. We have to let other people speak, you know.
Yeah.
You see how I spoke about older women, and it's just like God just saw what I was saying and brought these two couples to us. Don't you think God is saying something to all of you? I think God is saying something to all of you about what I've been speaking about. It just brought it, and she's older, and she's endowed, and he finds peace with her as you mature, which is when you were premature, when you were younger. There was no peace in anywhere. You were going through a lot. So when you see older, when you have made your money to an extent, everything, then you have to, just God is a very God. You are wonderful.
Gift.
Thank you, Lord,
But
for giving us signs. Thank you for
gift,
giving
what they
us
are
signs
saying
of
is that the more you mature, the more your perspective and your views are gonna change.
Yes.
yes, Meme. Yes, I'm a smooth operator, but I'm still grateful to God because this guy was in the comment section. I don't know what happened that Salah just brought him. Is it a coincidence? How did it just happen? Then immediately he just said and now his wife is free. He just said, okay, I'm bringing my wife to come and speak. I don't think God is saying something to all of you. I think it's trying to tell you that what God gift has been saying is true. Because we have to see the signs, follow the stars according to Salad's power. Oh
Gift,
God.
does that mean you now believe in love because they are married couple? We're having advice.
No, see, I spoke about the 30%. I spoke about the 30%. I'm sorry, Gloria. I spoke about 30%, and I spoke about love being enjoyed at older age. And now this is love at older age. Look how beautiful they speak about themselves. Very amazing at older age. She is older. Salad is power. Love
But
is.
they've been together from
Well,
a younger age. They
welcome,
built
Big
this
Gloria.
trust and relationship that they are now teaching us about from a younger age. Am
So
I
I think
lying
I'd
Big
when
love
I
to.
Gloria
say
is
it?
here.
I think Big
We've heard
Gloria. I'd love
from.
to hear your comment, your question, and then I
Yes,
think
yes.
Essa has
Let's
a
move to
question.
Big Gloria. Mrs. Colin, thank you so much. Mr. Caesar,
No
thank you so much.
problem.
God
No
bless you.
problem.
Big Gloria, you can go on.
Yeah.
No problem, no problem. Just wanted to share our story with you all and to see that love
No, we have to
and being
let
in love is two
no,
different things.
okay.
Yeah, I just wanted
Someone
to share
wanted
the
to
story with you all. Yeah, that's no
I
problem. That's
appreciate
okay.
you.
That's all good.
Thank you.
Thank
No
you
problem,
guys
sir.
so
No
much.
problem.
Thank
Thank
you so
you.
much. I appreciate you. Big Gloria, you can welcome in. Thank you.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Gloria from Nigeria. So, now the topic right now is about love, right? Okay, my own way of saying or to talk about love is me. I don't believe in love anymore in relationship. I don't, because if I tell you where I'm coming from, even you yourself, you'll pity me. So I don't see, like, I just feel like, okay, being a single mom is just the best for me. It's not like I can't love again, but I don't just want to say it because I feel is making me have this trauma, this depression, this anxiety, anger in me. Why? Because of where I'm coming from. So what I'm trying to say now is this, right? Being in an abusive relationship is not a good thing, and I understand that most people will say, oh, I'm talking about, or I'm still believing in my past, or I can't move on. You get? It's not like love is a beautiful thing. It is, you understand. I always pray to God that, oh God, I wish I can find love again. But when they come, I don't have that feelings for them. Why? Because of the trauma I had when I used to, love a particular guy or love this other one I was dating before. So I'm not saying that anybody should follow my footstep, but this is just my own.
We are behind you now. Who shall be follow your footsteps? Oh, wow. I mean, you can't join the line. We there with you. We are together, my darling. You are welcome. God bless you. God bless you for your loving kindness. You are wonderful. Well, I want to ask you one question,
Okay,
which is very important.
in my own relationship, I have abuse relationship. Like, it was very violent towards me and my unborn child. We're not married though, you understand. But then again, the bruises, everything. I don't even have, like, I'm scared because I feel maybe if I go on to the next person, that's what I'm going to think. Oh, this person is going to be violent towards me.